Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, then I have some fun videos for you. You guys, the weirdest video I might ever make. I have been seeing a little bit of a theme in my own life, but essentially really in the, amongst the fashion Instagram and TikTok pages. I've been seeing a little bit of freakdom, okay? I've been seeing a little bit of a new age kind of minimal goth chic happening. It might just be me. It might just be my curated, feeds. But I kind of have really always loved this style of dressing and for some reason always been afraid to go all the way there, which I'm kind of trying my me version today. I'm really excited to get into this topic because essentially my question is, why isn't goth, emo, grunge considered pretty, and can it be? But first and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. First of all, the small, very small, the baby elephant in the room is that I am for the first time on my channel wearing. I did unveil it at one point during my video on the row, the new collection. It was an inappropriate time. I literally got my package during that video, so I had to show it. But you guys, this is, I'm like, how do I hide my face and show this? This is our new rose arm cuff. Obviously on me, I made it to fit differently on different body sized shapes. However, she's gonna be an adjustable girl, okay? So on me it fits here. On many other people it will fit higher up on their arms. I'm kind of obsessing lately. I've worn her out to dinner. It's kind of like the coolest event thing. And today's video is apparently an event, so I thought it was somewhat appropriate. So, my little intro. There have been three. One is really funny. I hope we can all laugh and not make fun of me too. I clearly have some sort of insecurity around this topic because I think I was always made fun of, little old weird me, the stepchild of the family being dropped into a Connecticut Westchester home. All of a sudden I came out this weird artsy girl and I've always been made fun of for wearing all black, for being a little bit more whatever, exactly like the quintessential cliche tortured artist thing, which I hope I don't exude. I might, I don't know. I've always been very self-conscious because, bullies in your own family sometimes, bullies at school. It's horrible. So I'm really trying to make this video for younger me. I was contemplating for a while, like, this is too weird. And then I was like, this is my channel. This is for baby me. This is for 15-year-old Sophia who was too embarrassed to actually go for it and like be a part of a cool subculture. And as I usually do, I cut my own self off already. There have been two things, one photo in addition, which I think is really hilarious that I can't believe I'm inserting right here. One image of myself that I said, I'm already there. I'm already there. Why don't I just let myself go, okay? Let myself fly my weird little freak flag into the goth world. On Easter, don't know what came over me. I thought I was wearing a chic Phoebe Philo-esque outfit, and then my whole family member, everybody showed up in paisley, floral, beautiful, light color patterns, and I looked like the Dark Lord Rick Owens himself. And since that photo, literally 3 months ago, I've been thinking of making this video, and then there were two things that really pushed me into, okay, I think I love this vibe. I think this is really slightly still a part of my soul, and I think I should embrace it more. When I went to Chrome Hearts, I said to myself, again, 19, 20-year-old me really embraced this. I used to be the edgy, I talk about this all the time, that I think, again, I probably had some sort of insecurity. I used to embrace more my edgy side. I think I always thought of dressing in all black as like such a New York thing, and that's really not a New York thing anymore. My brother joked one time that I was like a relic of Soho because I grew up there part-time and then I lived there for almost 12 years. And it couldn't be more true, honestly. I couldn't agree more. It's so funny, but maybe it's not just a New York thing. Maybe I just really like a little bit of that subculture. And then I've been realizing that I denied myself because when I went into Chrome Hearts and I got that cute little, I should have brought it, the cute little perfume something ignited in me and I said, I think I need to start collecting chrome hearts. And then I did a deep dive and I was looking at, like, it's the daughter who's one of the main designers of chrome hearts. I was like, oh my God, there's just something so cool about somebody who isn't afraid to be themselves, and that's why I'm making this video. So that's my number one thing, is that when I went into chrome hearts with Moon, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to be this weirdo again. I kind of want to be her. I kind of want to start collecting the 22 karat chrome hearts. She can't fully afford that, you know, habit at all. Not, I was gonna say yet, but like at all is kind of true, because I'm not about to be spending $10,000 a year on chrome hearts jewelry that consists of like 2 pieces. So we're not gonna do that. But I do want to dabble. I kind of want to dabble. I've been looking at some pre-loved pieces, especially some older, because 22 karat is so soft. So like, I think the value at a certain point goes down if it's really that worn, because 22 karat really, really wears in. Why am I rambling already? Anyways, chrome hearts really sparked my love. And then these stupid little things. These stupid little things that I'm so grateful that I found from Skull Panda. Half of you guys, or 90% of you guys, are probably gonna be like, this is not my cup of tea, it's totally fine, skip it. I am not here to get, you know, have self-promoting. It's just, I am here for all of my people who understand, all my people who don't feel seen themselves, and for baby me who needs this recognition as my future self, okay? If you don't know what Skull Panda is, I did unbox a couple. Jessie from Jessie Styles, I love you so much because you showed me the way, and my friend Moon also collects Sunny Angels, and I found this designer for the brand, her brand Skull Panda, and I said, no, yeah, I want to explore the side of me more. These silly little things that, yes, cost $15. One might think it's insane. I have started collecting. I'm gonna do an entire video on bag charms about them. I'm like, look at all these weird little things. Yes, they're just in my bag cabinet, but you know what? Gosh darn it. These stupid little things bring me so much joy. And when I did a deep dive on the designer, I said, okay, it's time. I need to be okay with being my weird self again. And then what we'll actually get into in this video is that literally, I think that there's something that has been missed. So many people, like someone like Mary from Mary's Room, who you know I love so much, posted something and then also did a video featuring Enfant, I cannot say this name, but featuring ERD, but Enfant Riche de Prime, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it's such a cool brand. She was posting that and I was like, oh, 19-year-old me when I first discovered them. I thought that they were the coolest thing ever. Of course, I could not afford anything from them. I've just seen people posting these really cool kind of grunge, goth, emo-esque style brands lately. Lucas Sabat now has his own another brand, because he did have, I definitely had to just Google that. Lucas Sabat had like a partnership brand called Hot Mess a while ago, and now he has a new brand. That is a factor in it, and ASAP Rocky is new. I'm not sure if this is like a full-blown clothing brand or if this is mainly to promote his album. So for his like kind of collective OG, he had this like really grungy, slightly emo, slightly mainly grunge, you know, like very Subculture-esque fashion show. That mixed with Robert Woon's, is that how you say it? Robert Woon? I might be completely wrong. That mixed with like the most dark, oh my gosh, like amazing fashion couture, excuse me, couture show that we've ever seen. Like I've been saying to myself, okay, what we're seeing is not telling a lie. There's definitely some more like really cool subcultures coming up, but I think the reason why I'm making this video, the magic, is that I think things are kind of like merging but also blurring. Like there's a line being blurred between anti-fashion, which we know I am. Hopefully, I might not I probably dress very much so the epitome of anti-fashion, and I need to do more videos on that because I think it is so me. It is so me to my core. The designers, you know, most of the iconic anti-fashion designers did not indeed ever make clothes for, you know, my sized body. So sadly, I can't just go to Japan and, you know, do some archival shopping for Yohji Yamamoto, sadly, but you know what? That's okay. I try in my own way, and I really wish there was some archival comme des garçons that came in a size 20, size 22, you know? That would make me really happy. I've really tried to really search the entire internet. It's never gonna happen. Anyways, I think that one other really cool thing is that now that people have gotten so much more into Jill Sander, and are rediscovering brands like Yoji, like Comme des Garçons, like Maison Margiela. Brands are kind of like reigniting their own, you know, past collections, but I think thank God for TikTok. And it's so funny because I'm really not even on TikTok, but I appreciate the culture of it because Gen Z and whatever the heck, Gen A, I just saw a video of Gen A like talking about their slang and I was like, what? Like, it's gonna be a culture shock when we have kids, when I have kids one day. I'm sure a lot of you already do have kids. I can't imagine the culture shock that comes with it. They were saying words that I was like, huh? What? Anyways, those younger generations, because you know what? When I was being made fun of, still to this day, I just had a neighbor the other day that was like, yeah, you wear the same thing all the time and it's always in black. And I was like, oh, okay, it's still happening. You know, I still get a little twinge in my heart, unlike my cool friends on the internet who give no cares, who give no cares, you know what I really want to say, who just are so cool and let their goth coolness shine through and, you know, are deeply entrenched in the fashion industry and way cooler than I'll ever be. I want to have that. And so this is really a big part of why I'm talking about this, but what I was going to say, what I think one of the really cool things about TikTok is not only the kind of archival fashions coming up and the fact that these younger generations, again, I'm 30, so you know, I'm a millennial, I'm turning 31, so we're millennial territory here, deep into the chugginess. I didn't even know that was the word, again, really out of it over here on my side of things. The really cool thing, in addition to the celebratory aspect of TikTok, is that especially with, hello, I mean, you probably can't tell just by, just by the random, like, you know, sea of brown bags over here, but for someone like myself who is a lover and collector of the row, I think one of the really cool things that's been coming from TikTok and Instagram and even YouTube Shorts and whatnot is that the younger generation, not even the younger generations, but people who either didn't know about the row and Jill Sander or who are just kind of buying into it for the first time, I think are really doing deep dives on like the cool kind of goth era of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. And so that's really coming up. And my point being, I think that there's some really cool like merging going on of high fashion, like true high fashion of anti-fashion. We're thinking, you know, Japanese minimalism. Side notes, I always describe I feel like I've said this, but I probably was too embarrassed to say this again. I probably said it like early on in my channel a year ago. I always describe my style as a mix between Japanese minimalism, the row, and Morticia Adams. So there you go. Those are my icons right there. We're thinking anti-fashion, the really cool Japanese designers. We're thinking Antwerp designers. We're thinking just, whew, like the coolest of the cool, in my humble opinion. And then chic city dressing. I don't know how best to say that. Please comment below how best, if you can interpret what my brain is thinking. Like me on a very conservative day, on a very like, oh, I could go to a country club today, on my very like, oh, I'm wearing a camel coat and heels and, you know, much more like me, but, you know, me of today, where I'm trying to repress my weirdness, where I'm trying just to be the minimal chic queen that I'm certainly not. I don't know how best to say that, but like chic dressing is what I'm saying. So if we're taking that like kind of gothness, but then we're taking the anti-fashion and mixing it with just like chef's kiss, incredible high fashion, really cool street style. I get that those are opposite things, but that's what this video is about. I think we have something special. I'm just saying, I think we have something special here. And my last point being, I really think that I was like, how do I best say this in not like a really dramatic, sad way, but in the times that we're living in, child, okay, there's a lot of horrible things going on in the world. And I, for a while, was thinking of making a video that's like, how does the current, you know, state of the world impact fashion, and going over, which I could still do, going over past times of like horrible things happening in the world, like war and injustice, and, you know, enter in all the really horrible words that are accurate to describe what's going on right now. How does that affect fashion? We saw it last year with the recession core dressing. How does that then go into people's outfits and kind of cultures? And I realized it's actually not just one thing. It kind of births subcultures, and that is what I think is really cool, because it's not just one thing. I think in addition to all the videos that I've made about how I think the next trend is really authenticity, it kind of is a subcategory of that. The subculture is a subcategory of that, is that we're not looking to just one way of dressing anymore, like streetwear, you know what I mean? For a solid 5 to 8 to 10 years, everybody dressed the same. Streetwear was pretty linear. There were little, you know, subcultures within that, but streetwear pretty much took over everything. The 2000s really took over everything, but think 80s. Think 90s, especially 70s and 80s. You had hippies, and then you had like greaser, whatever that was called, and then you had goth, and then you had so many real, genuine, authentic subcultures, and I think we're gonna be seeing that more and more. So this is my kind of setting a precedence of what I think would be really cool, of having a modern day, really beautiful, romantic goth. Think like my love, who I've been talking about so much recently, Magda Butrem, you know what I mean? Like, having this romanticism and not having to be made fun of for wearing black, for like painting your nails a certain color, for doing something really cool and quirky, or doing a really crazy avant-garde makeup look. Like, yeah, let's take that away and let's call these things beautiful, because everything is beautiful, right? I mean, not to sound like, you know, a PBS special, but I don't know, I think that's pretty true. And you guys, thank you for bearing with my okay, I'll start to be, you see how self-conscious I am. And I'm not self-conscious about a lot of things. It's really just this, and maybe how I speak about myself. I think those are the 2 things that I need to work on, so thank you for allowing the weirdness to shine through on this video. I am so curious to hear your thoughts, because even if you objectively hate this style, I'm curious to hear what you think about subcultures, what you think about, you know, blurring the lines between categories, between ways of dressing, and just general thoughts. If you hate it, tell me down below, because we love that. We love honesty. Above all else, I love you guys so, so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.